Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. Yes, we're just 31 days away, 1 month away from the election. How about that? We're just a month away. Can you believe it? 1 month away, and we're probably going to have a woman president. I say probably when I should say we are going to have a Republican president, because I want to give you the newest and up-to-date information. Because as you know, I've already called Michigan blue, Wisconsin blue, Pennsylvania blue, North Carolina blue, Arizona blue, Nevada blue, and the new state going blue is, you think I'm going to say Florida? No, I'm not. She's actually down 1 point in Florida, so I can't call Florida. But what I can call, 50-48 right now, today, I can call Georgia. Georgia going blue for Harris. So that gives her an absolute clean sweep through all of the states, all the swing states. Everybody keeps asking me, of all the swing states, which one is the closest? Which one is the, she's only ahead by, That swing state is Arizona, believe it or not. Arizona, according to the new data I just got today, the closest one of all the states is Arizona. But this is, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but this is the main thing that you need to know. And as you can see by the assets that are being, placed over and over again. Magic Johnson did you see Magic Johnson in Flint, Michigan? Whoa, the Magic Man from the Lakers. Yes, he was in Flint, Michigan. And if you haven't heard that man speak, he does a really, really good job at speaking. I mean, he's really good at it. But they had a nice rally in Flint, Michigan. And the assets are where they need to be. The assets keep pouring over Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan over and over again, because that is her Midwest blue wall. That blue wall is so important because she wins just those 3 states, she's at 270. Before you start talking about North Carolina, Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, before you start talking about any of those, once she wins those 3, it's over with. It's done. And you have to remember, she has put considerable assets. Now, what I would do, this is what I would do, because in this last month, I know what we're going to see. We're going to see the Clintons. We're going to see Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. We're certainly going to see Obama and Michelle Obama. In the last 30 days, this is where they're going to come out. And I can imagine, if it were me, and I don't have any direct path to the Harris campaign. I can't speak directly to the campaign or anything. But if I was talking to the Harris campaign, this is what I would say. Like November 1st, November 2nd, something like that, Atlanta Braves Stadium will probably be available. Yeah. And can you imagine having the Obamas and Harris in Atlanta Braves Stadium? You're talking about 100,000 people would show up. It would be the most spectacular thing done in the election. But that's just me talking out loud. I don't have any inside information or anything else like that. But if I was in the Harris campaign, I would talk to Obama and see if I could make Atlanta Braves Stadium around the 1st or the 2nd available, because that would be unprecedented and simply unbelievable. But that's just my take. Welcome to 31 days out from the election. I'm your host, Drayton Nay. You've joined the Dray Way. If you have not subscribed yet, why not? You should subscribe. We have so much to talk about. As far as the elections are concerned, you already know what's going on. You know now that it's looking very, very blue for Harris. I don't have to keep going over the states. And I know some of you are disappointed. What about Florida? What about Texas? Look, I want Florida and Texas to be blue as much as you do. I promise you, I really do. But right now, the data that I have is she's down by 3 points, 49-46 in Texas, and she's down by 1 point in Florida, 49-48. So, to be honest with you, that's probably still what you consider in Florida. That could be a coin toss. If you simply told me what the vote was going to be out of Orlando, if you said, Drayton, she's probably going to get this many votes out of the Orlando area, I could tell you if she's going to win Florida or not. You know, I know what to expect down south in Broward County. I know what to expect there. But I would say the Orlando area has been underperforming for Democrats for the last decade. And I can't explain it. I don't know why. But anyway, we'll talk. We got a lot more to talk about. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. And if you haven't made a comment yet, I read all your comments. I appreciate all your comments. I get to as many of them as I can. So please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. This is the Dray Way. Please make sure you subscribe. And I want to talk more about what's coming up in the next segment. People always need some type of help with a website. At the end of this, you're going to notice a template. I'm going to give you a free template to get your own website. It's absolutely free, no cost to you. The link is right at the end of this. And get your free website template. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'd love to help you. Okay, this is what we need to talk about. So many of you have the same premise, the same question, the same. How does all this election stuff work? How do people know what's going to happen? How do people know what's going to happen in each individual state? Because polls seem to be all over the place. But this much I can tell you. I need you to understand this. Polls are about a fraction of time. And it's also a small segment of people. And sometimes polls get it right with the people that they're asking, but some polls get a very small sample. When I see polls with a sample of 900 people, I don't even read it. I don't even consider that poll, because most of those people are polling people where they want to, not where they should. And it just gives a fake poll as far as I'm concerned. But this is what you need to know about voting and about getting out the vote. Right now, the reason I'm so strong in my conviction that she has Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania is because Democrats have put in the time, the money, and the work. Because winning those states is about ground game. It's about knocking on doors. It's about making phone calls. It's about doing the things that you have to do to get people out to vote, and people with a plan. What is your plan to vote? Who are you bringing with you? Where is your ride? Do you know where to go? And painstakingly, one person at a time, with thousands and thousands of volunteers in Pennsylvania, thousands and thousands of volunteers in Michigan and Wisconsin. They are going over voter by voter. And that's really the type of work that you have to do to make sure that you're getting out the vote and that you're going to win those states. So those Midwestern states, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, it's all about the ground game. It's all about the phone calls. It's all about knocking on the doors. And I'm telling you, the Harris campaign has done that with tens of thousands of volunteers. So in order for Trump to win one of those states, he would have to get 50%. And I just don't think 50% are available to Trump in Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. But let me know what you guys think. I want to hear in the comments what you have to say about that. I am rock solid in those three predictions. So I think that puts her at 270. Like I said, I've called the other states blue for her. But again, if you have a state that you think is going to go the other way, let me know in the comments. I want to see it, and hopefully we can talk about it later on. but we have more to talk about in the next segment. I want to talk about the show and where we go from here. I am really enjoying doing the Dray Way. I am having so much fun doing this, and I like the freedom on YouTube, and I like the interaction with my audience. So many of you have good ideas, good thoughts, and everything else like that, and I love the interaction. I think this is fantastic. So one of the things that after the election, if you notice right now, we're basically a 15-minute show. But I want you to know that it's going to go from after the election, it'll go from the Dray Way to Dray Way TV. And the show will go from 15 minutes roughly to a 20-minute show. And we'll see how that goes. It's going to be between 20 and 21 minutes. So it's going to be considerably longer. And we'll see, it's going to be 3 segments of 7 minutes. And we'll talk about all kinds of things. I want you to know that we're not going to just be talking politics. We'll be talking about things that interest me, things in my life. You know, it may include business. It may include dating. It may include the past. It could include just about anything because it's my way. So that's just to kind of let you know what we're coming up to and what's going to be going on with the Dray Way. It's going to be 3 segments, about 7 minutes long, and we'll be talking about literally just about everything. And plus, I'll be taking, some cues from you guys. I'm sure some of you will say, "Hey, Drayton, can you talk about this?" Or, "Hey, can you make this a regular segment? I love when you talk about investments. Can you make this a regular segment?" And that's one final last thought that I do want to bring up, because somebody had brought up in the comments. Somebody said, "Drayton, well, what do you think, real estate or stocks?" Let me make something perfectly clear to you. Over the next 7 to 10 years, do I think the great investment is real estate? No, I do not. I think the great investment over the next 7 to 10 years is definitely the stock market. I think if you're looking to invest long-term over the next 7 to 10 years, I think the stock market is going to continue to absolutely boom. The way I look at it, we just had a $100 billion hurricane. It's going to require tens of thousands of workers to do that repair. We have to increase our infrastructure. We have to increase our ability to generate electricity and our power grid. So I see nothing but a booming future. And I think energy is going to, because whether we want to believe it or not, let me tell you something. AI is going to take over our lives in the next few years like you can't even imagine. And believe me, we're going to be talking a lot more about AI, because over the next few years, AI is going to completely change our lives and how we live. And a lot of us can't even be prepared for it. I mean, what's coming is gonna surprise us all. But we're gonna be talking a lot about that in the future. But anyway, it's 31 days out. We're real close to the election. Thanks for joining me today. This is the Dray Way. Remember, new show tomorrow, and there's a whole bunch of shows that you can look back on. Thanks for joining me. 31 days out. We'll see you tomorrow.